Everybody, my name is David. I'm a KOK-PLAY Frontier from the Genesis Group, and today I want to share some really good news with you guys. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. Bow right here. All right, this is from Yahoo. Okay, uh, South Korean banks seek green light on cryptos. That's right. So, Korea Federation of Banks may request South Korea's incoming presidential administration to approve local banks servicing cryptocurrencies, according to a leaked draft report. And remember, I told you the incoming president, President-elect Yoon, like I remember going through an article where he made like thousands of NFTs for his campaign, and from there I was like, oh yeah, it seems like he's going to be really crypto friendly. All right. So obviously you know, the KFB, Korea Federation of Banks, they know the current administration is going to reject it. And he did a lot of things that hurt people, small business people, especially people like me, my wife. Okay. But however, this right here is good news. All right. Now, here are fast facts. KFB, the largest body representing domestic lenders, wrote in its report that banks should be permitted to pursue virtual asset businesses, including crypto trading platforms, e-wallets, and custody services. Okay? So that, they want to make it so, yeah, people can have, their own wallets. They could invest in cryptocurrencies. All right, crypto businesses. Okay, virtual asset businesses. KOK-PLAY is a virtual asset business, right? It's a platform trade. Now, it's not a trading platform, but it is a platform. Okay. The entry. Well, to me, I would imagine KOK-PLAY Medium falls under virtual asset businesses. Now, the entry of credible banks can counter the lack of proper investor protection measures, with existing crypto regulations being focused on anti money laundering, the draft said. That's right. So, obviously, you have people, governments, they are afraid that you're going to have people trying to launder their money and whatever, maybe other illegal activities. But if you go through a bank, where banks will ask you, if you try to pull out more than $10,000, they're going to ask you why, right? Banks will ask questions. Okay. So, yeah, you go through a reputable bank, then, the bank will have its own regulations to, check and make sure everything is legit. The first draft of the report aimed to deliver key opinions on the banking sector to the Presidential Transition Committee, was distributed to local banks for review. Okay, so this is different local banks looking at this, and maybe, they'll put in their own extra input or their opinion, their advice. Who knows how it's working. A representative of the KFB told Forecast the content in the leaked report is not finalized, stating that it is possible that banks may not push through with the request. Okay, so they might not. All right, but I think they will, because they're gonna take a chance. This incoming president has um there's a lot he has to deal with on his plate, and he's going to have to do what he can to revive the economy. And yeah, I think, he allows people to go through banks to invest in cryptos, especially crypto businesses like KOK and other crypto businesses, domestic and also international, but domestic. or base, they have um, offices in Korea where it'll help provide jobs and it'll help bring more crypto companies into the country, you know, to really make South Korea more of the hub of blockchain, then obviously that's going to help the economy. South Korean laws limit local banks from operating cryptocurrency related businesses. They don't just limit banks. If you're a South Korean citizen, I know this personally, you try to buy cryptos on another exchange, you can't. At least that's my experience. Heck, you don't even have to try to buy cryptocurrencies. Let's say you just try to subscribe to someone who provides good charts for you to navigate to, when you want to buy or sell Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and the government knows that's what that service provider does. They won't even let you, a citizen, pay for that service if that service is, from overseas. Because that's my experience. So that's, it's incredible that, it's almost, you would think they're taking your freedom away because they won't allow you, they don't give you the freedom to spend your own money the way you want. I mean, so what does that really sound like? That, is a big communist, right? And so what do people love? We love freedom. Why are we into cryptocurrencies, blockchain, all of that? Because it provides freedom but honesty through the blockchain. Okay. South Korean banks are currently participating in the local crypto economy as financial services partners to cryptocurrency exchanges or by investing in custody services. Okay. Now, this is good news. This is good news because you see where you could say the economy or the country is headed towards cryptocurrencies. Now, can all this get rejected? It can. It can. But chances are, it's not always all the way to the right or all the way to the left. It's not like everything's gonna get passed, but it also wouldn't be everything gets rejected. Normally somewhere in the middle. And this is very beneficial to KOK-PLAY, to Medium. Okay, because you see Medium has signed deals with Busan, which, is the mother company of KOK-PLAY as far as I know. And when you have when you open up for banks, okay, to further get into cryptocurrencies, well, if you look at KOK-PLAY now, already signing with a bank in Busan, that's gonna bring, okay, what that's gonna do here, Medium in Busan City, right? Uh, business deal to attract investments. That's gonna bring investments. You guys understand what I'm saying? That's gonna bring in some serious investments. Okay, here, Medium enters the digital asset financial business. What? With Busan Bank, Sony Music Publishing. And so you can see the momentum that Medium has now. You can see the momentum of KOK-PLAY. And so that's going to bring in more investments. More investments brings in more talent to upgrade, to constantly develop the platform and everything else related. Not just the software, but the hardware. Not just using making use cases within the platform but outside the platform. Okay, and that's gonna give the edge for, KOK-PLAY to have the right backing and the right connections to actually make itself more useful and blow up even more worldwide and compared to these other platform crypto, businesses with their own platforms and their own metaverse. KOK-PLAY will have more backing, more connections, more support. And so that will strengthen the KOK-PLAY economy. That'll strengthen the KOK-PLAY ecosystem. And for us, as people who are part of the KOK-PLAY family, who are staking into KOK-PLAY, that strengthens the currency as it brings in more use cases and more users. Because the more people are using the coins, more people join it, that brings more value to the KOK-PLAY coins, right? Coke coins. And so the value goes up, and the more we use the coins, the more they burn the coins. So it's all that supply and demand. If there's a lack of supply, but the demand is growing, well, the supply becomes more valuable. So I just wanted to share that. All right. It's a great article. Check the headlines, okay? South Korea banks seek green light on crypto. Wow, right? That coin you see in the middle, that's a 100 won coin. Okay, so there you have it. Everyone, please stay safe out there. Please take good care of yourself. Take good physical care of yourself. Please take good spiritual care of yourself. And please take good mental care of yourself. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you're around the right people, positive people. Okay. And that's it. One person did ask me, I think, like, he requested for me to try to find this pernicious articles, but I couldn't find it. So, but I'm sure it's out there. There's no reason for KOK-PLAY to respond to pernicious articles unless they were real. Okay. And I have seen some articles of people trying to say KOK-PLAY was a scam, but the information they put in there wasn't really accurate, okay? Because they don't understand the concept of KOK-PLAY. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyway, everyone, please, as always, pray for the Ukrainian and Russian citizens, and pray for everyone else because we're all taking a hit. All right, you go to the grocery stores. Don't get me wrong. Inflation was already happening. Gas prices were already rising. Supply shortages, food shortages was already happening. Okay. However, this just made it worse. All right. And, this year, next year, watch, you're going to see some severe food shortages depending on what part of the world you live in. You might, even in America, you're going to have some riots. It wouldn't surprise me. You're going to have other parts in the world where it only takes people missing 9 meals to start a revolution. And you might start hearing about that in, different parts of the world within, this year, next year, because of the lack of food or the cost of food. So prepare for that, Koch family. And even if you're not part of the Koch family, prepare for that. Better safe than sorry. I recommend you prepare. Obviously, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you what I'm doing. I gave you some reasons why. So everyone, God bless y'all. Coke on.